Hello, everyone. Very good morning.
Hello, Kunal. Hello, everyone. Morning.
Very good morning. Very good morning, Krishnnambal. How are you doing today?
Good. And how are you?
All well, all well. Thank you for asking. Perfect. So it's 9 o'clock on the dot. We are still expecting a few members. I think we'll let them join. In the meantime, a quick note to our team members about today's event. Uh, uh, Give me a second, please. Perfect. So before we start, some housekeeping activities. So number one, this is a one-of-a-kind event where Krishnambal is going to share with us on a very important topic with respect to tips for building your career in tough market conditions. And as a different thing, this is going to be an interactive session where there can be a lot of questions. So questions can be posted by you in the Q&A section. And on the other side, Krishnamal will help us with a lot of tips and tricks uh, uh, for this session. Before we begin, again, a quick note in terms of Krishnamal's introduction. So we are very glad to introduce her as a speaker for this session. Krishnamal is an accomplished OutSystems trainer as well as a developer and technical architect with a wealth of experience in this field. She has trained more than 500 individuals across multiple organizations, including more than 300 within ZBI itself. In her role as a user group organizer, she has led over 18 sessions, attracting a collective audience of more than 600 enthusiasts. And she has been a speaker at the OutSystems Developer Conference more than 3 times. Notably, she holds a very big distinction of being the only woman OutSystems MVP, that is most valuable professional from India. As a manager, she is committed to creating an environment that nurtures professional growth, encourages innovation, and delivers exceptional training experiences. Additionally, she contributes as an OutSystems technical architect and technical lead, playing a vital role in solution development initiatives. So without any further ado, let us welcome Krishnambal to this session. Hi, Krishnambal, over to you, please.
Thank you. Thank you for the excellent introduction, Kunal. So, yeah, good morning, everyone. I believe my voice is clear to all of you, right? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So feel free to let me know for any questions over the Q&A section. We can address all the questions in the end in the last 15 minutes. So let me quickly get started. So maybe with my journey, okay, in the IT industry. So I've been into this industry for more than say 8 years, and I joined or I started my journey with Infosys. So I got the job opportunity from Infosys via the campus recruitment interview. So I passed out in the year 2017, and then yeah, so we had campus opportunities. So I am based out of Chennai. So I am from this college called Panimalar Engineering College. So there I got an opportunity. Then I was trained in Infosys in the full stack .NET platform for 6 months. Although I was trained in full stack .NET into development because I was put into a support project as there was no development opportunities. Later, I was working as a support developer and as an L2 support person. Although, yeah, my designation was systems engineer there. So I was working there. Yeah, I was working there for, say, I worked in that project for say 2.6 years. So the tasks that I would most probably get would be to manage support incidents, to solve support tickets. Plus, I also got opportunities to do some minor enhancements, okay, which was on in the application that we were supporting in C sharp stack, okay, in .NET C sharp stack. So that was how my job was in Infosys. I used to I was aspiring for development, but I got support. But I felt, okay, so when will I get development? Why am I not learning anything? I'm into support now. What is this? So I had many complaints when I was working with Infosys. Okay. Later, I moved to Netlink software group. So there I was in 2020 actually. So I'll let you know. I had complaints. I'll let you know how am I feeling now. Okay. Maybe in the once I complete my experience journey. So later I moved to Netlink Software Group. So here I was introduced to OutSystems. So in 2020, I'm speaking. Okay, in April 2020 is when I joined Netlink. There I was introduced to OutSystems. So then when I Googled OutSystems or when I looked for a job opportunity in OutSystems and Naukri, I hardly found one or two in entire India. Okay, and not just specific to OutSystems. It wasn't like OutSystems developer, architect. No, I just looked for jobs with the keyword OutSystems. That's it. And I was hardly able to find just 2 to 3 jobs in entire India in Naukri. So that was how situation was. Still, I was asked to be trained in OutSystems. I got trained in OutSystems. Soon I became a trainer in OutSystems because my mentors felt I could be a good trainer. I could maybe let people know my thoughts clearly. So I was requested to be a trainer. I thought for a while. I thought at least here I wanted to take up development, but later they are now asking me to be a trainer. I thought, but then yeah, I felt okay, let me attempt training. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't work out, then yeah, I'll request them for another stream as such. Then till 2024, yeah, till 2024 January, I was working as a trainer. Only when I started my journey as a trainer, I realized how much I learned, being in support in Infosys because I used to train people only towards development. Okay, so normally in training journeys, people teach or every course would only be on development. You will learn the real time problems that happens in a live application only when it's live and only in that case, right? You can't have a course that addresses different problems that a live application could encounter, right? It depends on every application. It varies from application to application. So development journey, although you just train and you have never seen development, you can somehow mimic or you can think of your own story and you can try to patch things up in an interview and put up a decent story as if you have developed things actually, right? But it's not the case with support. Only if you are part of an actual project and you see a live application, you manage a live application, you will get to understand a lot of things. And with me solving critical high incidents, I know how important a live application is, what cost or what loss does it have on the customer, and when will the requests peak, when will the requests drop, and if in case a critical incident happens and say 100 users are impacted, then what are the things that you have to check right away, right? There are many things that I learned, or I'll say act quickly when the time is critical, right? I learned that behavior with my support project. Okay. So when I went into training, I felt very thankful to Infosys because I got an opportunity to see a live project and support it. Okay. Then I went on to maternity leave. Okay. From Jan 2024. So I was into training, right? And even during with my training, okay, I started with a lot of hesitation in 2020, but by the time I kind of put a pause to my training journey, okay, in 2024 or or maybe yeah, in 2023 itself, I started realizing how much I learned from the training journey because I was not good with speaking earlier, okay, before starting training. I was decent, okay. I can I can very well try conveying sentences or convey something in English in a decent way, okay, but not very fluent. But with training, since I am used to speaking to people in English and not often, but my job itself is to deliver sessions, my communication skills, not just communication skills, my presentation skills also improved to a greater extent. I wasn't someone who would take pauses or who would ask questions often, or who would state things clearly. I'll simply be taking a lot of pauses or fillers. It will not be a very ideal way of communication, I would say, but I learnt that. Then I realized, be it for any interview, okay? So not everyone shall be looking into your. They won't have the time to evaluate your entire technical skills in that 1 hour or max 2 hours if there are multiple levels of interviews, okay, technical interviews. They won't have the time. But the own thing, the major thing that they will be able to understand about you will be your communication skills, your technical skills, or not your technical skills, your communication skills, your presentation skills, or overall soft skills. Okay. So that I learned from training. Then after that, after I was into maternity, then I resumed my work. Okay. Now I am an OutSystems MVP, like Kunal had rightly mentioned. My technical expertise was with training, development. To some extent, I of course, since I train people, I know how to develop things. I can very well. I was working as a technical lead in, say, some internal projects, not although not in a client project, but I had that expertise. Later, I was hoping to take up a journey into development at least after resuming work. But then I had other batch of surprises, which is I had a project, but that project was supposed to be developed in OutSystems, but it moved to High Court. So, since I am someone who has a very good business knowledge about that project, I was asked to work as a project manager, that too in a High Court project. I neither know project management nor I know High Court, but all I had was business knowledge. That's it. So even here, when I tried or I aspired to maybe do a technical lead thing or do a senior development part, I couldn't, because I was given an opportunity, and yeah, so I felt okay, let me attempt it, because I've had a very good amount of learning with the other parts that I've taken. So project management should also be having its fair share of learning. So I attempted it, and I am in that path now. Okay, so this is my journey. So the major takeaway that I would like to convey to all of you is, you won't get what you aspire for, most of the people. Okay, so even if you take an IT industry, the amount of development projects, so when I joined, okay, out of 15 projects, around 10 were support and 5 were into development. Development does have a fair share of learnings, I mean, very good amount of learning. But all I'm trying to say is, irrespective of whatever the stream you choose, be it testing or be it support, be it training, be it project management, okay, all of these streams have their own fair share of learning. So all you need to do is, if you all I'm saying is, try your best to look for an opportunity that best suits your skill set. Okay, if it doesn't, but you have got a decent offer, okay, with a kind of a different stream to a different stream, nothing wrong in attempting it. Okay, if you feel like it's adding value to your profile, stay there for a month or two. You will realize how good it is, or how much it is it adding value to your profile, or are you having a good time doing it. Okay, then take a decision. Okay, so that is something that I would like to convey to all of you with my experience in the industry so far. Okay, and coming to the tips. See, I understand all of you are job seekers, correct? So some tips that I felt would would work, okay, in the current market trend, I would like to convey that to all of you. Okay. Firstly, LinkedIn is the best means to look for a job opportunity, from what I see. And all the companies, niche companies, I would say, will definitely be posting their job in LinkedIn. So be active in LinkedIn. So what do I mean by being active in LinkedIn? So firstly, update your profile, update your LinkedIn profile properly. Right away, open your LinkedIn profile, go through your profile from top to end. Check your cover photo, check your profile photo, your summary, your experience, your certifications, your projects, your educational history, everything end to end. Even if you don't have a certification, it's fine. Maybe you can try taking up some quiz, right? In LinkedIn, if you attempt some quiz, then it will just add some tags to your profile, right? Try your best to leverage all the features that LinkedIn provides in order to have a good resume. Try to leverage all of them, and or simply speaking, fill every heading or fill every section that LinkedIn provides in your profile. Even if you don't have one, try attempting one. Certification is different, it involves cost, but all the other features, say endorsements or recommendations, right? All of these, try your best to fill every section of your LinkedIn profile. That is the first thing. Second thing is, since all of you are open to work, make sure to leverage the open to work feature in LinkedIn. Okay. Then, third thing is, just having an updated profile with open to work will not be enough. People won't notice you. So, you must start to make people notice you. So, how will you do it? By posting and by expanding your connections. So make sure to follow people who you really aspire or who are doing a very good job in their particular industry, in the industry you are aspiring to join. Follow those people. Plus connect with as many professionals as you can. Send connection requests to as many professionals as you can who you think have done a good job with their career, and you would definitely be willing to connect with them, get some insights, and maybe try connecting with them for any job opportunities in their company, right? So send connection requests. So this is the third step, which is connect as much as you can, follow as many people as you can. Okay, expand your connection. Fourth step is, not everyone is going to reach out or respond to your messages. Better be ready for it. Although you send connections, people wouldn't have a lot of time. So when you approach these people, okay, instead of just sending a hi, how are you? No, don't do that. They don't have time for just saying hi, I'm fine, okay. Send, when you're approaching these people, just convey everything in one message, saying hi, I'm Krishnambal. I passed out in the year 2017. I'm a graduate in Bachelor of Engineering Computer Science. I'm currently based out of Chennai. I'm looking for a job opportunity. I hold certifications in this, and I'll be happy if you, whatever the question that you would like to ask, okay? If you have any suitable opportunities at your company, please do let me know and attach your resume and send it in one message. That is going to make a lot of things faster, because most of the people who reach out to me, they just send hi, how are you. Later I reach out to them saying hi, I'm good, how are you, okay. And then they say, do you have any openings in your company? Then I say, I don't know, but please share your resume. Then they share their resume. Okay, in some cases the conversations become even longer. So don't do that. Not everyone has that much amount of time. Just convey what you are expecting from that person upfront, okay, and just share your resume. That's it. Okay, and maybe after sharing your resume, maybe you can follow up, say maybe after 2 days or 3 days, okay, with the person, if that person got the opportunity to share your resume or not. Okay, you share your resume. It's okay if they don't have any open positions. If they inform you that there are no open positions, then you better remind them after a week or after a month, I would say. Or you can also ask this thing. Okay, fine. Would you be normally what I do is, when there are no open positions, I provide the LinkedIn URL or LinkedIn profile of my company's tag team. Tag team is nothing but talent acquisition team, the recruitment team, or whose job is majorly to look for talents in LinkedIn, shortlist their resumes, and then conduct interviews. So I share that person's name or person's LinkedIn profile to this job seeker, so that he or she can directly follow this person in LinkedIn, and for any job questions they can directly email this person, because he would have mentioned the email ID also in the job description he shares. So that way they are aware of the suitable openings. So that's what I do. So if that other person is saying, you don't know, currently we don't have any job openings or opportunities at our company for your skill set, then ask them for the tag teams URL. If there is anyone from your company who's from the tag team, can you share the LinkedIn profile? of theirs so that I can actively follow them, okay, and reach out directly to them for any job opportunities. Okay, that way, either you get your resume referred into their company, or you at least would get the details of the tag team, right? That the recruiter, okay, from their company. Okay, so this is another input, which is expand your connections. And fifth one is reach out to people with the appropriate message. Okay, don't waste their time. Sixth is, post. People should start noticing you, right? Just by messaging, yeah, you can get some responses, but for them to actively notice you, it's important for recruiters to notice you, and for people to approach you instead of you approaching them. There is a difference, right? When people approach you. So how can you make them approach you? By posting a lot of uh, not random content, but say, since all of your job seekers, you can actively post your learning journey, right? So I am a job seeker. I am planning to start this as a full stack development series, where I'm planning to attempt building a proper web application at the end of 10 full days. So day one, data modeling or requirement gathering. Day two, data modeling. Day three, um, maybe say mock-ups creation, or since it's the POC as such, you can directly start with modeling, or or building screens, so those part, or logic handling, such things, right? So you, whatever the way that works best. This is one example I'm giving. Okay, since you're all job seekers, I'm not sure how, what will you have to post, but post content that you are doing currently that is relevant to your field, okay, in LinkedIn. Don't worry on the number of likes or comments that post is going to have. Actually speaking, when I a job seeker, okay, when I kind of look at a job seeker with the, okay, sorry, there was a network glitch at my end. I believe my voice is clear to all of you, right? Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you. So when a job seeker reaches out to me, I can, first thing that I do is I take a look at their LinkedIn profile, okay, and see the journey. So, not all the time, I don't have time every time, but sometimes, okay. And then if the person shares the resume, I'm telling you the reality, people forget to share your resume, right? But then as soon as you guys are in a connection, if you post something, LinkedIn would definitely show that post to you. It depends, guys. LinkedIn algorithm is different, and there are many priorities that would work. But then if you post, the probability of me looking into the post is higher. Okay, instead of you sitting idle and not posting anything. But if you post something, there is a possibility that I may notice you, right? So when I see a detailed post from a job seeker, it has happened many times. I forget sharing the resume. Mostly I would share, but sometimes I will, if I see a very sincere post from that person saying, see, I started this data modeling, and this is how my application's data model looks like. I'm open to any suggestions. Any full stack developers, feel free to add something in comments, something like that. Irrespective of the language or the content, for mere attempt, I will definitely like the post, or at least comment it if it's very good. To me, for job seekers, I try my best. I don't expect a very high bar. Okay, even if they attempt to post something, and if they're trying something, I'll make sure to comment. Okay, that's how I am, and mostly all the professionals are like that. So post your learning journey, promote yourself, do some personal branding, not just learning journey. Say if you have completed a certification, post it. You will definitely post it. Post something if you have completed a certification. Right? Something that whatever you're doing, maybe once a week. If daily it's going to be too much, I understand daily it's going to be a little overwhelming, as you have to strike a proper balance between your preparation and your personal branding. So maybe once a week, post what you did or something relevant. Okay, so that will be my sixth suggestion, which is do personal branding so that people notice you and people start approaching you for job opportunities. Okay, because not everyone is going to have a hiring tag, not every job is going to be posted in LinkedIn. Remember that many people who are from say who are not from the tag team yet, they will be looking for people, right? So you will attract a lot of opportunities by posting. Okay, and not every job will be posted in LinkedIn. You may miss a lot of opportunities, so that's why promote yourself so that opportunities come to you. Okay, then so this is yeah, I am done with 7 points, I guess. Now comes the eighth point would be, if any opportunity is coming to you, think, or I would say, please make sure to think clearly if you're going to say no just because it's going to be from a different technology or such. No, I know most of you wouldn't say no to it. Not technology, I would say, since you're all freshers, the company would be saying, hey, this is, I mean, since it's like an internship thing, it would majorly be the pay would be around, say, 10 to 15, from what I know. And we will be training you in this technology, which is different from your expertise. So would you be willing to, apply for it? When you get such queries, try your best to learn about the opportunities clearly, that particular opportunity clearly. Don't say no upfront. I'm not saying always say yes, sacrifice your aspiration and go to a job. Definitely not the case. It's a fine balance between what you want and what you have. So it depends on your personal situation also. If you have the liberty to choose or wait, and then if you have the time, then why not wait? But don't simply wait. Make sure you put a lot of efforts on a daily basis, be it by staying active in linking personal branding as such. Make sure you take all the efforts, okay, to attract talents. But in the meantime, in this journey, if you come across any such job opportunities, I'm saying say yes, or try attempting it. Okay, maybe for a month or so, but be aware of the what to say, the agreements and all of it. When you're planning to join them, be very clear on that for those friends also, on the legal front also. And nothing wrong in attempting it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, not saying you have to attempt, but nothing wrong in attempting. Okay, so let me check the list that I prepared. One more thing. This is on LinkedIn, right? So I'm from OutSystems. Okay. Now I am looking for OutSystems jobs. So what will I do? What should I do in order to stay relevant in the OutSystems platform, get a job soon, know many people who are into OutSystems? So what can I do for it? Simple. Go to OutSystems forums and answer the questions. So forum is nothing but a place where the developers across the world who are working in that particular platform ask their questions, right? So if you go there, and yeah, 1 minute. I'm not sure for the other technologies, but for OutSystems forums, I can quickly show you so that for your technology, you will be able to relate. So this is OutSystems forums, where you will find a list of questions asked by many people. So what I'll do, I'll open any of these questions and I'll try my best to answer. Oh my God, this is very lengthy. So, and then I'll try my best to answer this question, right? This way, I will learn. Also, I'll get to know people who are very active in the community. I'll get to know people who are in the community, not just active, but who are in the community. And I'll also get to understand the current trend. Plus, most importantly, although I'm not working in a project, okay, I'll get to know or get to see the problems that a live project, someone who's developing a live project, I mean, someone who's developing an application comes across. So this way I will also learn, or I will be able to mimic the journey of an actual developer who has worked in a project, right? Say how to do put an X in the widget input search, template preview. So these are real problems that developers face, and you see all these, right? When you try answering this, it has a lot of benefits. You will find it, you will feel accomplished. Very importantly, if you simply sit and prepare, reach a milestone, okay, and you won't feel positive about yourself. So if you're so done and dusted with your learnings, like watching videos and trying mimicking the assignments, if you are so bored with it or so done with it, then start engaging yourself in forums, okay, for your respective platform. Try answering questions that is there posted in the forum. Okay, that way your ranking will also improve. You will get to know people. Plus, you will also feel accomplished. Say, I have solved 5 questions today. That way, you will feel a lot more accomplished when people mark your solution, mark your answer as the solution. You'll feel very encouraged or motivated. So try that way. That way, people will notice you. Okay, and you will start engaging, and there is a possibility for you to land onto a suitable job opportunity. Okay, these things you can do if you are planning to land on a job in full stack, then you be active in full stack forums. Okay. Then ninth ninth point will be organize your day properly. Just don't set your agenda of the day as I need to prepare. No. So set a milestone. Say today I would like to apply for at least 5 jobs. And for every job, make sure to make the necessary changes to your resume. Don't use the same resume to apply for all the jobs. No. Go through the JD, okay, and make the necessary changes to your resume. Because do you know what is the toughest part of job searching nowadays? Earlier, it used to be clearing the interview, but now it's getting an interview call. Even if you are someone who has a very good resume, who is from, say, recently, one of my family members looked for a job opportunity. He has had a very good track record, be it with very good companies like Infosys, then UiPath, then he was into Almarai, okay, in the Middle East. He was looking for a job opportunity in India, although he was working, in another country. He has a very good resume, everything, but it took him 3 months to get the first interview call, and not from any of the jobs he applied. Okay, but he had to reach out to only he had to reach out to one of the HRs, who had posted a job. He applied for it, but no response. So he reached out to the HR, okay, who had posted the job, and he directly reached out to her, messaged her, and later that's how the interview got scheduled, not from any of the jobs he applied. So it often would happen that you may be applying for many jobs, but you didn't get calls. Okay, because that's how it is. There are many people who are looking for job opportunities. Okay, so the toughest part is getting an interview call. So please make sure your resume is on point or very relevant to the job description. So make sure to change your resume and apply. Okay, and easy apply feature is there, right? But don't stop with the easy apply feature. If you have the HR's email ID also provided with the job description, they directly email the HR providing the context about you with the resume. That kind of provides or gets more attention. Okay, and what else? And if you can afford, nothing wrong in having LinkedIn Premium. If you can afford, it will provide you the capability to directly reach or message people who are not part of your connection, right? That will also accelerate your job seeking journey pretty much. You can try it, but it's up to you. You can very well see how much it costs. Based on that, you can try. Then, yep. With this, I'm done. So these ways would help you get a call from a recruiter. Okay, and then after getting a call, it's your game completely on how you clear the interview. It totally depends on your technical expertise, your soft skills, and everything. But these things you can very well do in order to get an interview call. Okay, so Okay. Now I also would like to convey you the current trend. Okay. So in 2020, when I joined, right, COVID happened. Say around in 2021 or from the end of 2020, the market was very good because everyone was going virtual. They understood the importance of online, being online, I understood the importance of having an proper software application in place for everything, because um, except the software industry, all the industries had a hard time, right, maintaining things. Right? So they understood the value of they understood the value of digitalization, right? So many projects came in and companies were at their peak. Okay, so they started recruiting people like anything, anyone, doesn't matter. Join, I'll train you, and as long as you get my job done, I'm fine with it, irrespective of your skill set. So they started recruiting people blindly. Okay, 2021, okay, fine, it was pretty good. But in 2022, were things started to get a little different. So the number of projects, the industry like it was in 2021, it was not the case in 2022. Reality started to come in. So in the place of 5 to 6 projects, it became 3 projects. Okay, gradually there was there was a low trend, I would say, where the traction became started to get low on the number of projects. So I wouldn't say this as a bad market as such. This was the actual market which was there before COVID, okay, before 2020, right? So that reality or whatever was there earlier, it started to come in as things were getting normal. So what happened? The IT companies, they had recruited many people, right? But the projects or the demand was getting to decrease or was decreasing. So what can we do then? Right? These many people are sitting idle. The bench count increased. So the companies had no other option than firing or terminating the employment of people who are on bench for a long time, or who do not have, or I would say they would have done a good job, but they weren't very good or very great, right? So they had to take this tough call and terminate these people. So even my company is no exception here. Okay, so they did a very mass layoff in the month of April. Okay, like say 150 people, not sure, but yeah, so that's how it was. So that's how the market is now, and currently it's gone a little better than how it was earlier. It has gone a little better, but then there are many professionals now looking for a job opportunity, because even before COVID, IT was considered to be a good job, but after COVID, IT job is considered to be the best possible job that you can ever get. That mindset has changed after COVID. So there are a lot of people who are looking for job opportunities in this industry. So if you have to land on to one, now you have to do a lot of things, unlike the times before COVID. Okay. So I very well let you know some tips that kind of helped me, or that I feel could help you get an interview call. So so be active. That's it, and um, stay motivated, stay positive throughout, and in your job seeking journey. Okay, and I'll be happy to connect with all of you over LinkedIn too. So I'll also share my LinkedIn profile with all of you in the chat. Okay, so that is it from my end. Um, Kunal, do you have anything to add?
Hey, hi, Krishnambal. So thank you very much for a wonderful session. So definitely, I would say got a very good insights and tips in terms of number one, the LinkedIn profile. Number two, getting the interview call. So you're extremely correct when you say that getting the call itself is a big challenge nowadays. So we also discuss internally a lot. So for example, we talk a lot about how to bypass ATS. ATS is applicant tracking system. So nowadays there are AI based applicant tracking systems that do not filter the CV at all. So when somebody posts their CV, it gets rejected within seconds without any human intervention altogether. On top of
Okay.
that, we have also seen AI assistants being a part of the interview process itself. So within the interview also, like a chat assistant. So even the interviewer, if he or she is grading like 10 out of 10, then the AI assistant is saying, no, this is 2 out of 10. So they are going by the AI assistant's feedback. So I mean, these kind of new things are happening in the market, and we need to all gear up for it, buckle up for it. What we tell our team is that your competition is number one with new entrants in the market, plus also the folks who are already existing in the market and they have been affected by layoffs or they are on bench for whatever reason. Uh, uh, so there is a lot of competition already. So we need to at least be able to justify, let's say, 2 years of we should be equal to or maybe better than a person who has let's say 2 years of experience at least. So that is the sweet spot we guide our team members to kind of go towards. And Krishna, all your points have really I would say are again pointing to the same direction, and this has been really helpful. What I would request, we still have some time. So what I would request people is share your questions in the Q&A tab. We'll be happy to address some questions. And one very important note as well. So we have a Java mentor session also as a follow-up to this session. So stay back in this session. I can see one question from Ronak. Ronak is saying, I noticed job opening for a developer position on LinkedIn, but when I checked the company's portal, it said that the position is closed. I have seen this happen a few times with different jobs postings. So how to tackle this kind of a dummy posting?
Okay. So Ronak, continue applying. That's all I can say. So you need a job at the earliest. So nothing wrong in applying or any job that, I mean, of course, yes, you are asking how to tackle the situation. I'd say tackling is not your motive here, right? So you need a job. So just maybe you can apply for whatever the job, even if you find it dummy, nothing wrong in applying. If you find it dummy, yeah, put less effort, just share your resume. You don't have, it depends, but since your motive is job seeking, so you just continue applying, that's it. And maybe yes, if you have an option to report it or reach out to the person, maybe you can try that. But yeah, that would be my input here. So, because a lot of time you will have to invest in identifying whether it is an actual or if it's from a good source or if it's a dummy source, right? Instead of wasting your time or investing your time there, you can, in the meantime, apply for 5 to 6 jobs parallelly. So,
So here I have a couple of points to add. So
yeah.
yesterday itself, I was looking at this news article, and it must be available on YouTube also. It talks about ghost job posting. So what happens is there are large companies. They need to showcase their investors and the public that they are growing. And in order to do that, they post jobs that they don't require. So that is one instance. The other instance is there may be some upcoming projects as a part of proposals and such. They would post those jobs also where there is no position as such. There is an expected position if they win a project. The third instance is before investing into any technology, they would like to understand what the salary range, availability of consultants, and other things are, and then they would kind of post a job. So typically, there are only 4 jobs that are getting filled out of 10 positions. So almost 6 positions are like these dummy or ghost jobs. And it is and this is happening from large organizations. And frankly, this was a news in I think CNN or something. So you can search on YouTube also. So this was one part. The other part is uh, so one is ghost positions from good companies. Still okay, they still have your CV. if the situations happen better, they will continue to contact you. But then how to identify right companies also, maybe I'll take a session separately about that. So how to identify the right company, so that I've seen a lot of frauds happening as well, where companies have said there is a job posting, there is a fake interview, everything happens, and after that a link is shared to kind of pay for some kind of a certification or a training. And this has happened with 2 3 of our folks also, and I have warned clearly that do not pay anything anywhere. And this kind of instances are also there, so we may basically share this separately also. But yeah, so these are some additional points. Yes, Namrata is asking, hello ma'am, what skills set we must have to stand out from other job folks, so job seeking folks?
Yeah. Personal branding is definitely a skill that I feel would make people notice you. So in addition to your technical skills, of course, that's the base. But for you to be differentiated from the other folks, say if there are 100 people looking for a job, right? Not all these 100 people will be visible to the recruiter's eyes, right? Only 5 to 10 people. So how can you reach to that 5 to 10 or the top 10? Right? By being active, promoting yourself, by being active in LinkedIn, right? So that is one thing. And after the person reaches out to you, and for you to have from the small talk to landing onto an interview, there your professional skills or your soft skills or communication skills would differentiate you. From the top 10, if you have to be the top 5 to whom the interview call or interview gets scheduled, then that depends on the promptness with which you reply to their email, and also your communication skills, right? Your email skills. Then from the top 5 to be the one who get the job, there your technical skills would be going to would definitely be helping you. So that would be the answer.
Perfect. If there are any more questions, please put them in the Q&A window. We have like
Yeah,
a few more minutes left.
sure. And in the meantime, okay, one thing that I noticed was people who are from the same college, okay, your seniors, right, your alumni, the alumni of a college, they have the tendency to help you more. Okay, since you and the other person share the same college. So we have LinkedIn alumni tool as well. So you can very well try leveraging that also, because if someone reaches out to me saying, say, I'm from Panimil Engineering College like you, and so this is the case there now. Unlike your case, we did not have any campus interviews happening, and I'm kind of finding a little difficult to kind of get a job. I'll remember that person easily because he and I share the same college, right? I'll get the name, or I'll remember the name clearly, and I'll be more empathetic towards that person, and I'll try my best to help that person more. So reach out to your alumni, and you can also try looking into the LinkedIn alumni tool.
Certainly, certainly. Perfect. Yeah.
Sure.
So, so there are no. Yeah, there is one more. Why companies are not giving onboarding? So you're saying after giving the offer letters, they are not giving onboardings. Yeah, that is also a good one. Yeah.
That's a problem that the company, that's an internal confusion. Okay. That's completely the company's fault. Okay. Because they wouldn't have planned the recruitment team. So the delivery teams would have said, say, I need 10 developers as such. We need it immediately. The project is coming next month. This, that. Okay. And then the tag team will be posting, and actively they will be looking for. See, there are many reasons. I'm saying saying one of the reasons. Okay. The tag team would have posted the job. Maybe the project wouldn't have the project, they wouldn't have signed the project. That could have happened. Or maybe the delivery team had provided a false count saying instead of 10, it's actually 5 needed, right? Or maybe they um, not sure, maybe the project could have got shrinked. So they wouldn't have foreseen the count, or they wouldn't have done a proper work towards understanding or calculating the number of people needed. They would have just provided a random count which the tag team would have taken and posted. So this is one thing. Or because in this case interviews happened, right? The recruiters have taken the time to get the technical team, and then and then yeah, they would have had a discussion, right? There is also one more thing, which is they would have interviewed say five more people. This thing has happened in many places where they feel this person is good enough, okay, but then maybe there are many reasons in say in light of kind of senior professional cases, they ask the package they would ask will be very high. Although they have cleared the interview, the company would be thinking whether to pay this much in order to recruit. So your interview performance matters. So if it's a 95 or an 80, right? Both 80 and 95, they are, it's like it's a pass, right? But then the 80%, if he or she asks for say a very huge number, then they think and they will never get back. So this happens with senior professionals, but for people who are doing job seeking here, I feel it's the company's fault. They would have missed providing a proper number, or like Kunal had rightly mentioned, this could be also for more of endorsing their brand or saying we are doing good, pretending that way. Could be the reason. That could be many more. So, yeah, Kunal, do you have anything to add here?
Certainly, certainly. So what I have also observed is, let's say, our ongoing projects have ended abruptly. So there may be a ramp up plan. There may be a planned intake of a few team members because the project might be in the growing phase. But the customer, I have seen instances where, let's say, because of Russia-Ukraine war, the projects have ended within a day's notice, not even a day's notice actually, or maybe companies have gone bankrupt, and because of that they have stopped the project. So I mean, a lot of things kind of stopped abruptly there. So this is one example where if they would onboard and then something like this would happen, they will have to, let's say, lay off or something. So rather than going into layoff mode, they would not they would not acknowledge or honor the offer letter itself. They will postpone the joining, hopefully by a few months, but in some cases I have seen it even going beyond a few years. So I mean, a company would not want to disrupt their bench to project count ratio. So let's say if their company has 100 people, they have to have 80 to 90 people on a project. If this ratio gets twisted, then the companies would do these kind of things, not honoring offer letters, not giving onboarding, and so on and so forth. Right? Yes. Yes. I think Rutvik is asking, what are the chances of getting a job if the job domain and education background are not relevant? Uh, yes, it's a tricky one. But
Okay.
yeah.
Chances of getting a job if the job domain in education, it depends on your peers also who are applying for the job, right? Of course, the chances will be low if your educational background and the domain you belong to is irrelevant to what the job is about, right? So the chances are low, to be honest. But I would say the chances are low, but it's not impossible. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but the chances are low. So what you can work upon is increasing the chances. So although you do not have the relevant educational background, you can at least add projects that are relevant to the job opening. If your education is not supporting, say if you are a BSc, okay, but the job is looking for a BA graduate, still, there are many people from BCA background, BSc background who work in our company. Earlier, it wasn't a big issue, but now it's kind of. So you can try to overshadow your educational background with your project experience. So add many projects which is relevant to the job opening. Okay.
This is
Yeah.
exactly what we encourage people to
Okay.
uh, do a lot of projects. Ensure your CV has more and more projects, and obviously the subject matter has to be strong. It cannot be any adjusted or any chat GPT project. It has to be done by yourself. Do more of that, it will be helpful, right? So
Absolutely.
right. So yes. So I think we have done a lot of questions. Just last one I would like to take is every link for an opening in a big MNC companies is redirected to a recruitment agency, but the response is not received. So is it fake or real opening? See, a real company would have, let's say, LinkedIn job. You have to see the recruiter where he or she is working, and the company name is written very clearly. If you click on it, it goes to the company page. And if there is an easy apply, it's an easy apply. Finish. But if it goes on the company website, it has to be the MNC website. If it goes to a third party, my suggestion is not to apply. Do not apply through recruitment agencies and such, because they are all enriching their databases, or maybe they are frauds or spam or some kind of a scam, right? So that is what the challenge is. So my personal feedback is either LinkedIn easy apply, that too for a company verified job, or if it redirects to the company website, it has to be the main company website. It cannot be some other name. So you have to check the URL. Uh, right. Yes, Krishna, you would like to add anything on this one?
No, I agree with you, Kunal. And one more thing, which I left or which I missed earlier was add alerts. There is an option, right? When this company posts this job, then send me an alert. So add those alerts so that you get an alert as soon as a job opening from that company which is relevant to your skill set opens. Okay.
I think Varun is asking, a while back, I had interviewed for BPS role. So you can share the full form at TCS and was selected. However, I declined the offer, believing it wouldn't offer opportunities to transition into the IT domain. Would joining a BPS role still provide room for growth? So here, my feedback is it depends on your financial situation. If you feel you can sustain, else, my recommendation is go for a job. TCS is a large company. It has internal transfers at the right moment, right opportunity. Build yourself and seek an internal transfer. For any company, it is better to transfer somebody internally to rather than waiting for 3 months notice and hiring somebody from outside who is not tried and tested. So, if this is still open, my personal suggestion would be to go for it. Right.
Correct. Yeah. And also I would like to add, I believe you are trying to say BPO here.
BPO, yeah.
When you mean BPS. So actually, I told you, right, when in my experience, we were working in a support project. So our team had 5 people, 2 were from Infosys BPO, 3 were from Infosys. Okay. Our job was the same. Okay. But the only difference was the pay. So there is a pay difference. I totally understand and acknowledge it. But to start, you can very well try attempting. Maybe in the meantime, you can look for a better job and you can switch. Like Kunal said, it depends on your financial situation. But there is a higher possibility for you to land on to the same job as the actual, the IT employees of that MNC. Okay. So, yeah.
Right. So I think we are at 9:58 right now, and I understand Krishnambal 10 a.m. is a hard stop for you, right? So in terms of the Q&A, what we would do is we would take a pause here, but don't worry, we will address all the questions maybe offline. In terms of today's session, I would like to thank Krishnambal for her wonderful words of wisdom, and I would say chalking out all the possible tips and things that would really help all of you a lot in terms of getting the right job, in terms of best practices, in terms of getting maximum possible scope for successful uh, application, as well as getting a positive response. So I think this has been a wonderful session. A lot of real world examples, or a lot of things that can be done by individuals starting today itself. So that was really helpful, Krishnambal. Really appreciate you spending your time and efforts with us as a group. This is really wonderful, and we really look forward to maybe more some sessions in the future. Thank you very much once again.
Sure, Kunal. And I'm looking forward to see many LinkedIn posts from all of you. Okay. and
Yes.
better tag Kunal, and so that I can very well see, okay, so this person had attended the session. So I'll make sure to do my part, which is to support you guys in your quest to find a good job. All the best to all of you. Hope you all find the best possible job. Okay, that suits you the best
Thank
in the
you.
near
Thank
future.
you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.